LEGO has released over 105 Star Wars clone troopers, but only 30 stand out as the best of the best. While some recent clones are fantastic, not all of them hit the mark. Some have questionable design choices, others have suboptimal details, and a few older ones feel a bit outdated. In this video, we're counting down the ultimate ranking of the top 30 LEGO Star Wars clone troopers all the way to number 1. Prices are based on Bricklink's average sold listings, cross-check with current listings, and my store prices. Let's dive in. At number 30, we have the Phase 2 332nd Company Clone Trooper exclusive to the 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper Battle Pack from 2023. This one's interesting because it comes with helmet holes and currently goes for about $3. What's crazy is that the version without helmet holes is worth around $8 simply because it's exclusive. Pretty wild, right? Next up is the Phase 1 Clone Trooper, which only appeared in the Clone Trooper Command Station blister pack from 2022. In my opinion, this is the best Phase 1 Clone Trooper LEGO has ever made. The helmet print is excellent, the leg prints are clean, and overall it just looks fantastic. This one goes for around $9, which honestly makes it a great pickup. Next on the list is the Phase 2 Clone Trooper exclusive to the Clone Turbo Tank Microfighter from 2014. This one goes for about $12, and honestly I prefer it over the new Phase 2 Clone Trooper released in 2024. Even though the torso and legs aren't quite as detailed, I much prefer the older helmet design. Next up is the 187th Legion Clone Trooper exclusive to the Republic Fighter Tank from 2022. This one goes for around $11 and it really stands out thanks to its unique design. The belt detail on the torso looks great and overall it looks like a mix between a Shock Trooper and a Bark Trooper. It's definitely one of the more distinctive clone troopers LEGO has released. Next is the Phase 1 Horn Company Clone Trooper exclusive to the Clone Trooper Battle Pack from 2011. This is easily one of the best looking Phase 1 clones LEGO has ever produced. The helmet, torso, and even the leg prints are incredibly well done, which is impressive for a minifigure released back in 2011. The best part? It's only about $7, making it surprisingly affordable. The downside is that it's exclusive, so army building is tough. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I thought this was a clone commander because of the dual blaster pistols. Turns out, it's one of the clones that fight alongside Koth in the Clone Wars, specifically in the Grievous Intrigue episode. Next up is Phase 1 Commander Gree, who appeared in both a set and a book. He goes for $11, which is honestly great for how good this minifigure is. The prints are fantastic and the ammo belt makes him very accurate to his appearance in the Clone Wars. This is a seriously underrated clone trooper and it's nice to see that he's still affordable. Next is the Clone Trooper Lieutenant, exclusive to the Hailfire droid from 2015. There's also a similar polybag version, but that one doesn't have printed legs. This version is much more detailed, thanks to the leg prints and the clean blue markings on the helmet and torso. That said, it goes for around $32, so for the price, it's probably not the best value out there. Next on the list is the 212 Attack Battalion Clone Trooper, exclusive to the Utapau Trooper set from 2014. Personally, I'm more of a fan of the older helmet style. Even though it's not perfect, I still prefer this 2014 version over the newer 2022 release. It goes for around $10, which makes it fairly affordable, though a bit harder to army build. Either way, it definitely deserves a spot in the top 30. We also have the 187th Legion Clone Trooper Commander, which only appeared in the Republic Fighter Tank from 2022. This one ranks higher than the regular 187th Legion Clone Trooper thanks to its more unique helmet and much more detailed torso. On top of that, it goes for around $10, making it cheaper than the standard variant, which is a nice bonus. Next up is the OG Kashyyyk Scout Trooper, which appeared in 2 Clone Turbo Tank sets and now goes for around $108. The price is really the only downside, because for a 2005 minifigure, the level of detail is insane. Just look at the torso prints, they're more detailed than some torsos we're getting even in 2025. The leg prints are excellent, and it even has waist printing, which was extremely rare back then. It's an incredible minifigure and that's exactly why it earns a spot in the top 30. Next up is the Phase 1 Clone Pilot, which only appeared in the V-19 Torrent Starfighter from 2025 and goes for around $50. This is the first time LEGO has ever made an accurate Phase 1 clone pilot. In the movies and the Clone Wars, these pilots don't have the typical helmet crest, and before this, LEGO always added one anyway. So it's really nice to finally get a properly accurate and highly detailed Phase 1 clone pilot. We also have the Clone Shock Trooper, also known as the Coruscant Guard Clone Trooper, exclusive to the Coruscant Police Gunship from 2014. This version goes for around $42, and I personally prefer it over the newly released variant. The details are simpler, but better executed. My main issue with the newer version version is the helmet. The visor is much smaller, whereas the older one is more accurate to the movies and gives the trooper a more aggressive look, which I really like. Overall, this is still my favorite version of the clone shock trooper, with the price being the only real downside. Another standout is the Phase 2 Wolfpack clone trooper, which only appeared in the Republic AV7 anti-vehicle canon. Unfortunately, the price is the biggest downside. It goes for around $65, which is wild considering the set retailed for only $40. Still, the helmet print is fantastic, the wolf design looks great, and the torso and leg prints are very solid. Easily one of the coolest Wolfpack designs LEGO has released. Next on the list is the Phase 2 Kashyyyk clone trooper, which appeared in 2 sets and goes for around $13. This is easily one of the best Phase 2 clone troopers LEGO has ever released. The prints are incredible, the green visor, the different arm colors that match the legs, and even the subtle color accents on the belt all work perfectly together. LEGO absolutely nailed the design on this one, and sometimes I wonder if that's why they haven't released a new version in over 10 years. Either way, it's one of my personal favorites, and that's why it makes it into the top 20. Next up is the Kashyyyk Scout Trooper, which appeared in 2 sets from 2019 and goes for around $16. While it looks very similar to the 2014 version, the reason I prefer this one is the slightly more detailed leg printing. The dark tan armor pads on the inner thighs make it more accurate to the movies. It's one of the coolest clone troopers we see on screen, and I think LEGO did a great job honoring that design in minifigure form. Our next minifigure is the Bark Trooper, also known as Commander Neo, which only appeared in the battle on Seleucami in 2014 and goes for around $22. This is an excellent clone trooper with tons of details. Each piece features the 91st Mobile Reconnaissance Corps logo, and the torso has a really cool belt. I also love that LEGO gave him one white arm and one dark red arm, which makes him even more accurate to the movies. Between its unique design and attention to detail, this is easily one of the best clone troopers LEGO has ever released. You might be surprised by the next one, the 501st Heavy Trooper, exclusive to the 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack from 2023. This one is only around $3, and for that price, the prints are incredible. It even has a backpack on the torso, a unique helmet similar to Commander Cody's, and a very detailed belt. This clone reminds me of the heavy gear clone troopers from Battlefront 2. LEGO could definitely make similar ones for other legions in the future. The best part, at this price you can build an army without breaking the bank, making it super easy to collect. Next up is the 212 Attack Battalion Airborne Clone Trooper, which only appeared in General Grievous's Starfighter from 2020 and goes for around $50. This is such a cool clone, and I actually prefer it over the 2014 version because of the improved torso and leg prints. The belt is nicely detailed, and I love the orange stripes on the torso. The comma cloth is perfect, the right dark bluish gray color we see in the movies. The only downside is the price. Building an army would get ridiculously expensive. Even the 2014 version would still cost about $18 per clone. Next up is one that may surprise some of you, Phase 1 Captain Rex, which appeared in 2 sets and goes for around $80. Now I know he doesn't have any leg or torso prints, which is a bit unfortunate, but the helmet details are so good and accurate that I had to include him in the top 30. Look at this guy, the small yellow markings and the blue color on the helmet are just perfect. Truly a solid clone. Honestly, it would be amazing if LEGO could re-release him, making him more affordable because he's a fan favorite and definitely one of mine. Our next minifigure is the new Phase 2 Captain Jag, exclusive to the ARC 170 Starfighter from 2025, and it goes for around $10. It's no surprise this one made the list. LEGO really went all out on the details, especially on the helmet and legs. Half of the legs have a different color with extra detailing, which makes it look very cool and super accurate to the movies. Compared to the older 2010 version, this new variant is a clear upgrade with a much better head and overall design. Next up is the Shadow ARF Trooper, exclusive to the Shadow ARF Trooper Polybag from 2011. Released as a May the 4th promo, it's arguably the best May the 4th promo ever. This is definitely my favorite ARF Trooper LEGO has made, thanks to its unique design, especially the helmet with the silver visor. The only downside, it's very hard to get, with prices around $315 used and $400 brand new sealed. Aside from that, it's an awesome and very special minifigure. Next up is the newer Phase 2 Captain Rex, which appeared in 2 sets and goes for around $8. I do appreciate the original Phase 2 Captain Rex, especially because of its comma cloth, but overall this newer version is better and cheaper. It It has an antenna, arm prints, and leg prints, making it incredibly detailed. On top of that, its low price makes it affordable for anyone, which is great because Captain Rex is such a likable character. While it's not perfect, it's still one of the best clone troopers LEGO has released in a while. Next up is the 327 Star Corps Clone Trooper, exclusive to the 327 Star Corps Clone Troopers Battle Pack from 2025. This minifigure goes for around $8 and is packed with details, excellent prints, an antenna, and even a pauldron. On top of that, it has a really cool ammo belt and comma, which makes it an even stronger addition to any collection. Next up is our Trooper 5s, which only appeared in Boarding the Tented 4 from 2024 and goes for around $14. This one is similar to Captain Rex in terms of details, but what really stands out is the newer pauldron cloth and the updated leg prints. He even has a custom head with his tattoo, and the helmet is very accurate to what we see in the Clone Wars. Overall, it's a great solid clone trooper. Our next minifigure is Phase 2 Commander Bly, exclusive to the Battle of Felucia Separatist MTT from 2025, and it goes for around $50. I think the price reflects the fact that fans have been waiting for a proper Commander Bly for a while, and LEGO definitely delivered. He's very accurate to the movies. The helmet has the correct color difference in the middle versus the yellow on the sides, the visor is spot on, and he even comes with a pauldron. The only thing missing is the comma cloth, but as I mentioned before, I sadly don't think LEGO will ever make them again. The next one might surprise you again. It's Phase 1 Commander Fox, which only appeared in the Separatist Spider Droid from 2008. This minifigure goes for around $106. While it doesn't have any leg prints, the helmet and torso are exceptionally well designed. The fact that LEGO added the unique symbol on his torso back in 2008 is pretty fantastic. There's an even rarer variant that's more accurate, but it's worth over $1,000, so I don't think a few extra dark red lines are worth it. That's why I kept the cheapest variant on the list. Honestly, all of them should have been like that variant because it's more accurate to Phase 1 Commander Fox's armor in the Clone Wars. Overall, LEGO did a great job with this minifigure, especially considering it came out in 2008. The next one is honestly my favorite Phase 2 Clone Trooper LEGO has ever designed, Phase 2 Commander Gree, exclusive to the AT-AP Walker from 2019. This minifigure goes for around $44, and for the price, it's absolutely worth it. Everything about it is super detailed. The only thing that LEGO could have added are toe prints, but back then they weren't as common as they are now. In the movies, Commander Gree has black armor around his knees and feet, so this version is very accurate. There was another version released in 2014 and 2016 which had a gray stripe on the right leg instead of the dark tan one. I prefer this dark tan variant. It's slightly more accurate and subtle, which makes it my favorite version of Gree. At number 3, we have the Phase 1 Wolfpack Clone Trooper, exclusive to the Republic Frigate from 2011. This is hands down the best non-unique Phase 1 Clone Trooper LEGO has ever made. The prints are incredible, especially considering it came out in 2011. The leg prints are among the best LEGO has ever done for clones, the helmet is excellent, and it even comes with a jetpack. An absolute classic. Number 2 goes to our Trooper Hammer, exclusive to the Elite Clone Trooper and Commando Droid Battle Pack from 2012. This is peak LEGO Star Wars in my opinion. The exclusive helmet mold is incredibly accurate to the Clone Wars, and on top of that we get both a pauldron and a comma cloth. The leg prints are insane for the time. It even has toe prints, which was almost unheard of back then. The torso is solid, the backpack is great, and LEGO even created a new rangefinder color just for this minifigure. This is a kind of attention to detail we rarely see anymore. And finally, at number 1, we have Phase 1 Commander Wolf, also exclusive to the Republic Frigate from 2011. This minifigure is nearly perfect. The helmet alone is incredible. The sand blue markings, the red triangle, the yellow lines, everything is spot on. The legs are just as detailed as the Phase 1 Wolfpack Clone Trooper, the torso looks great, and the head print is phenomenal, featuring his cybernetic eye and scar. With a value of around $147, it's one of the most expensive LEGO Clone Troopers ever, and honestly, it earns that title. So there you have it, our top 30 LEGO Star Wars Clone Troopers ranked from good to the absolute best. Let me know in the comments if you agree with the ranking, or if there's a clone you would have placed differently. And of course, tell me which LEGO Clone Trooper is your personal favorite. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with a fellow LEGO fan, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.